So my name is Charles Meloy. I'm the architect who's designed House Passivhaus, and I'm also the owner that fortunately lives in it as well with my wife and our 3 children. We've been looking for about 3 years quite extensively in and around Brighton. I found the site by walking past it one day with a friend. Yeah, it's a tricky site because the property is outside of the development boundary for Lewes. It's within the South Downs National Park. So it's a pretty contentious, sensitive is a better word, sensitive site location. But in terms of materiality, what we wanted to do is actually utilise a limited palette that responds to various elements. So parts of the building that touch the South Downs National Park, so the base of the building are heavy. So we have exposed concrete as a structure externally. We have a polished concrete floor internally. So that's your base. Above that, we have a lightweight timber frame, again responding to the kind of woodland setting, clad in the western red cedar externally, both on the walls and the roof. Now, what we wanted to do is externally express the interior, so the internal domesticity, you could say, by framing all the windows very precisely. We're very keen to look at not only the sustainability of the building in terms of its performance on a day-to-day basis in terms of minimizing energy use, but also in terms of the longevity of the materials that are utilized. We specified North American Western Red Cedar, which has got a much greater longevity properties than European Western Red Cedar. From that, we moved on to the specification of the window surrounds. And the original specification was actually a painted metal surround, so that we would have white windows and a white painted metal surround. We went through a process of looking at a lot of different paint specifications and finishes. The best, I can't remember the actual figure, but I think the best that we could come up with in terms of an expected lifespan for the paint itself, 10 years, not much more than that before you would need to start looking at, repainting, touching up. And that didn't seem to be in the ethos of the rest of the facade, which we wanted to be maintenance free. And being in a rural area, there's a lot of galvanized steel that's prevalent in the area already. We just thought it was a great choice of material because we could get significant longevity. We're about 50 years in terms of the bare minimum in terms of predicted longevity. The likelihood is it will be much greater than that, obviously. So the galvanizing made a really easy choice in terms of the precision that we could get with it, the longevity of the material, the look of the material, which I absolutely love, but also its relevance for the site location and its ability to work with the rest of the materials that we had in the external materials palette. There's an honesty in the material, in the process, that lends itself to particularly to naturally weathered timber. I think that they work really well together, and I think galvanizing works well together with other natural materials as well, like brickwork or stonework. I think it's within that palette of materials, really.